Hello everyone, it is Hurricane Hannah here with my lovely assistant Hanj, ready to talk to you a little bit about the wild couple of months that I have been having. So, before I begin, I would love it if you could give this video a like, a subscribe, and maybe click that notifications bell to figure out when I will be posting new videos. I promise I will be posting more frequent content than I have been. The last couple of weeks have just been crazy, to say the least, and so I am here to tell you a little bit about what has been going on with me. Alrighty everyone, so as you last recall, back in March I really hurt my ankle, which I did not recover from well at all, by the way. I really knew exactly what I should be doing and I did not do most of those things. So do as I say, not as I do. I should have done better protocol on that whole injury recovery kind of thing. But here we are, so that took about 2 months to recover. In those 2 months, here is what went down. So the week after I hurt my ankle, I went up to my Grandma Kay's house in New Mexico, and we had an amazing time. In case you haven't seen, there are some amazing videos with my grandma. She is a beautiful, spiritual, happy soul, and I am so glad that I got to do some videos with her, so go check those out. They are long, but they are worthwhile. She is such a treat. So, after that week of sleeping on an air mattress, I come back and I'm like at ninja practice and I throw out my back doing something totally not challenging at all. I was practically just walking on the ground and I throw my back out. So I was like, what is going on? And I was like, well, I did just sleep on an air mattress. I've been walking funny for about 2 weeks. And I was like, you know, it's pretty weird because I'm really young and I have a great core. Like, I work on these things, I stretch every day. I try really hard not to let these things happen. But somehow my back went out. So that was a sign that something was not quite right. So the next week, I finally get out of bed. I was bedridden for like 3 or 4 days and I recovered fully within the week, and that next week I start waking up at night like 3, 4, 5 times throughout the night with incredibly unbearable stomach pains. So I was like, what the hell is going on? Am I dying? What is wrong with me? I am just having such a hard time. So I, tried all of these different things to try and relieve that. And I was like, this is really weird. Why is this happening? This went on for like 2 weeks. So I wasn't sleeping, I was super exhausted, and I was super constipated. I was like, what is going on? So that was a huge struggle. And the week after that, after those 2 weeks of misery and not really understanding what was going on with me, I missed my period. So I was like, oh, okay. So I waited a couple days because I wanted a super accurate result. You know, you don't want to be like negative result thinking you're not pregnant for a month and then bad things happen, right? So I waited a few days, made sure that it would be super accurate. I took the test and lo and behold, I am having a baby. So that was a huge surprise. That was a big change, and it still is a pretty big change. I still feel lots of different emotions around that, but it is incredibly exciting and I'm super happy about it. On the other hand, it definitely puts a hold on my training, specifically for Ninja Warrior. My doctor cleared me for pretty much everything else that I'm doing other than that, because there is no way to avoid falling. So I won't be doing Ninja Warrior for probably the next 15 to 19 months. It could take a while to kind of recover and really get everything back where it needs to be in order to start doing some of those really intense things. Side note though, so this is not the end of the trials and illnesses and ailments that have occurred in the last 2 months. So 2 weeks of, horrible pains, Then I take the pregnancy test, I finally know what's going on. I'm like, okay, thank God. I kind of know what to do. I'm doing all this research on what is helpful and what is allowed for pregnant women to have. By the way, pregnant women are not allowed to have like anything. It is not just alcohol. It is so many different teas, herbs, medicines, all sorts of things. So if you are pregnant, really be careful with what you are using. Beauty products, hair products, teas, anything like that can be super dangerous, but that is a side note. So I start taking some Miralax, which, by the way, if Miralax, if you want to sponsor, I will totally sponsor you. You have saved my life. You are the only reason why I have been able to sleep in the past couple of weeks, so thank you for that. But otherwise, I'm finally feeling a little bit better, but I'm still feeling that, you know, first trimester, all of the symptoms. I'm getting acid reflux, I'm having some nausea, like my stomach is still in pain, you know, day to day, but it's a little bit better because of, you know, the Miralax and everything. So I'm just going through this first trimester stuff, and I come home one day and my husband's like, baby, I really don't feel good. And I was like, oh, okay, you know, you probably have like a little cold or something. I got him some tea, some lozenges. I was like, all right, you know. So he, 3 days later, he tells me like, no, baby, I am really not feeling good. And I was like, okay, like, this is super stressful because I'm pregnant and, you know, he is seriously not feeling good. So I was like, okay, let's do what we can. We had an at-home COVID test, so we took that. And we took the first one, it was positive. He was like, there's no way I have COVID. So we took the second one and it was positive. So my poor baby had COVID, and that lasted for like a solid week and a half, honestly like 2 weeks. So he was super sick. I was trying to take care of him. I was still not feeling that great. Like, it was just a really rough time. So obviously I wasn't posting videos and things like that. But then, after about a week and a half, he decides to go back to work, and he's like, I'm still not really feeling 100%. And I was like, you know, that really sucks, but there's not much that we can do about it because you tested negative. So he had to go back to work. He really should not have gone back to work. In hindsight, that was a horrible idea because his immune system was obviously compromised. About a week later, maybe like 4 days later, he's like, baby, I'm really not feeling good. And I was like, is this just COVID residue? Is this, you know, just you've had all this mucus for a few weeks? Like, I'm sure your lungs are really tired of coughing, all of that. So he's like, no, I'm really ill. We gotta go to the doctor. So I take him to the doctor. He tests positive for the flu B. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, how did this happen? So obviously, you know, with his compromised immune system from the COVID, it was a lot easier for him to catch the flu, and he was sick for like another 2 weeks pretty much. So then he got the flu, and again, you know, I'm trying to take care of him, and I'm still not feeling great, and it was just a horrible situation. I'm pregnant, I'm like really stressed out. I'm like, am I going to have a miscarriage because I get the flu? Well, spoiler alert, I actually did not get COVID or the flu, which is, you know, kind of a miracle, but also I think that really shows that when I tell you guys that exercise and chugging a ton of water really boosts the immune system, I'm not just saying it for no reason, right? I really do think that is the reason, alongside, you know, me taking my vitamins and trying to get a lot of sleep. I got tons of sleep and rest. I think those are the reasons why I didn't get COVID or the flu. So I feel super lucky. My baby is okay. Not this baby, this baby. But this baby's okay too. So we are all doing okay now. My husband is still a little phlegmy, so he's, you know, he's still kind of going through it, and I feel super bad for him. He had just the worst month ever. He went through like 2 boxes of Mucinex and like 12 boxes of Kleenex. So unfortunately, you know, it has been really crazy. We are also trying to buy a house. So after, you know, all of that sickness and madness, we've been running around doing that. My husband got a new job, and now he's actually got a new job offer, a better job, which is super exciting. However, if you talk about changes and stress, we have just been going through so many changes, so much stress. So moral of the story is, thank you guys so much for hanging in there and being patient with me. Unfortunately, I am human too. I got a life, and life happens to everyone, so it has been kind of rough, but lots of roses to these thorns, like having a baby. So what that means is there will be no Ninja Warrior content on this channel for a while, but what there will be is a ton of maternity content. Yay, Hans! Yay! Hans is excited. So yeah, tons of maternity content. I'm looking forward to doing a ton of maternity workout videos. I am actually getting prenatal certified. So I am not totally certified yet. I'm just in the middle of the classes, and I will let you guys know when I actually get my certification. But yeah, I'm gonna be posting some really awesome videos that are safe for me, safe for you, and just keep in mind, any maternity workout is still really good for anyone else. It's not going to be by any means something you shouldn't be doing. So follow along, even if you're not pregnant, even if you're a dude. You know, I want you to still check out the new content, and you might learn something really cool. And if you have a partner who may get pregnant in the future, it may be something that you can learn to kind of do together, show them, whatever. So yeah, maternity content's for everyone. Don't think that it doesn't include you. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know what's going on, what's gonna happen with the channel. I'm gonna be doing a lot more sitting down and talking videos, because the exercise videos are taxing, to say the least. You know, I usually will take the same exercise with 3 or 4 takes sometimes, because, you know, you go back and look over it and you're like, oh, the, you know, camera was angled wrong, or there was a lamp in the shot, or something that you didn't want. So yeah, when I do these exercise videos, I end up getting a lot of sweat in, and it can be pretty intense. And at least for my first trimester, I'm still really struggling with exercise, which I'll talk all about the limitations of pregnancy in a different video. But yeah, no, I want to keep giving workout content. As of right now, it's just really hard for me. I have to take really big breaks between every set. I have to take a lot less reps. I get lightheaded super easy. I get really hot super easy. My cardio game is just not doing great. So they say that in second trimester, all of those things kind of get better. So we will see about that. I just wanted to let you guys know what's going on, and I really appreciate you all for sticking with me. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And I look forward to giving you all of my prenatal knowledge that I will be acquiring. And if you have any ideas for things that I can talk about, where I can just sit and talk about it, share your ideas in the comments so that we can have a dialogue and a conversation. This doesn't have to be all about pregnancy, but I think while I'm going through it, it would be nice to give that resource to other mothers and really create a pregnant community. So thanks again, everyone. If you could please like, subscribe, and comment down below, that would be really awesome. I love each and every one of you, and I look forward to sharing my journey with you guys. Bye! Yeah, say goodbye, Hans. Bye! Oh, you should... goodbye. Bloop. Alrighty guys, so I wanted to show you the bump, kind of what is going on, what it's looking like so far. This is 11 weeks of baby, so I have definitely lost my abs. But at least at least there's a baby in there. It's pretty great, you know? You don't mind the belly so much when it's a baby. I've been following Brianna's pregnancy a lot, by the way. First of all, it's amazing. I am pregnant at the same time as Rihanna. Can't we just get a round of applause for that? And second of all, she has been posting so much like body positivity, pregnancy content, so she's definitely inspired me to show off the bump. I mean, and I was doing a lot of videos where my belly was shown anyways, so why would I change that now, right? I want everyone to know that pregnancy is beautiful, and and yeah, it's gonna be a journey. So thanks again, guys. Catch y'all later.